And so to part 2 of Metropolis Arc 1, the loud library from Orchestral Tools. Part 1 looked at the orchestra, which in the multi-articulation section is down to number 10 here. And then from here on, we're looking at other things. We're looking at choirs, guitars, basses, and there's some other goodies in the single articulation section. If we just go into the choir, which is, we're looking at the multi here with the different articulations all in one patch. Here's low, and here they are all broken down as single patches. And there is actually, look, as a bonus one, so I must remember to come back to that, to listen to the effects as well. But we start here with the main articulations for low, and starting with the legato, which is legato R. Perhaps here very quickly, because I haven't spent much time on the mixer, let's just very quickly have a listen to the mic positions here. Let's load them all up by clicking that, and then we can go through one at a time. The spot mic's close. Normally, or often, spot mics are mono, but here we've got a range of spot mics, obviously, across the singers, so that's across the stereo range. That's close. A B. Just getting that, progressively more room as we go through the decatry. Quite subtle differences, some of these. Sometimes I think, I am happier with a mix and keep the resource use down a bit, but most people don't complain about having different options. And that's the most ambient, and you can route that to surrounds if you're working in 5.1 or anything. Let's just go back to how it was as we go through the rest of them. Okay, so that's the legato, and this seems very smooth, that legato. That played very well to me. I'm going to turn off the legato now so you can hear what a sort of a standard sustain. Notice here I'm on the lowest dynamic, so again, it's not for soft, it's for the blast. You have some degree of control, it's relatively subtle. You're going from pretty loud to very loud. Marcato. Okay, right, so the marcatos and the staccatos, they are all on your cod Latin. Okay, so all I'm doing is playing a C chord. And it round robins around the different vowels, consonants, and all that. I can't think of the word. Let's just press edit. I'm doing too many things at once. Right, okay, so round robin. Here, watch the lights here. And they cycle round like that. And there's other little tricks. I think I showed this in the last video. You can make that seem like more by stealing a note nearby and pitch shifting it so that there's slightly more variation. You can make that go random rather than in a line. Polysyllable. I think you don't want that in this. Yeah, now you hear it's all over the place because they're all playing different notes. It's in this particular articulation, we pretty much always want to keep that off so that they're always singing the same thing at the same time. New note resets round robin. So we go there, and now it goes back to the beginning. I'll say, yeah, do you see? It's always playing the same one when you play a new note. I think the defaults here are right for how I'd use it. As ever, I don't like mucking about. If they've done the job right, and in this case they have, it pretty much works. So, what's great is you can release. That's really important, I think, for these patches, because you've got, if I just hold it, that's a couple of seconds, isn't it? And it's a pain if you're having to keep switching articulations to play a shorter note and along. So it's dead easy to just release, and it sounds okay, you know. And there's the shorter variation. And same deal, you know. And the staccato. Good fun, isn't it? Onto the highs, which is essentially identical in terms of the layout and how the functionality works, but let's have a listen. Let me start with... I think these choir patches just need a little of that. I turned it up, but I'm now regretting it. It seems when you're in that higher range, they really do kick in. I played a bum note, that's why you heard that hiccup. And again, let's just turn that off. The legato so you can play chordally. Again, just like the whole library, it bangs on through, doesn't it? It's not for shrinking violets. Let's quickly, let's see the Latin. All sorts of demonic activity going on there, isn't it? I mean, how many Fs? I say more power in that higher range than the lower range. I guess that's just human, isn't it? But in both cases, the upper range I've noticed really belts out, and the lower is that just that bit more restrained. Staccato. Okay, well, a complete change now as we move to the Kornmesser guitar. Lots of different articulations here. A lot of similar, slightly different territory, and a few important differences. Now, we start with the big one, which is power chords plus bass. How it works is the sustain keeps going. If I hit the sustain pedal down, nothing happens. I release, and it stops. So this is a. I think there are key switches for this, but this is one where a sustain pedal is going to come in handy, which I like. It's what sustain pedals are for crying out loud. If you don't have one, go and buy one. And what's really great, what I really love, is that you've got these lovely graunchy kind of things down here. So. You know, I mean, that's not a lot wrong with that, is there? Oh, and I forgot. Up here, where am I? C4. You've got various. Great. And so this is just the power chords. Exactly what you've just heard, but without the bass. To my ears, the further up you go, the less convincing it is. It's best range, just the lowest octave, I think. It starts to have that sampled guitar effect when you go up the keyboard. Doesn't sound so good, but this does. It's great fun. Now, what we have here is they separated off guitar into left and right, or A and B, which is kind of half, as I understand it. Sounds pretty similar to me. There's power chord A. Subtle differences. Power doubled up and bass. Again, that's A, B. You can hear more going on there, but it's quite subtle. Actually, you can hear it more cleanly when you take the bass out. So if I switch this between regular power chords and the doubled ones, still fairly subtle, to be honest. Now, singles and bass. The power chords, I think, are playing fifths, which is great because that works whether you're major or minor, and it works in lots of situations. But these are just down to single notes in the bass. And the singles, this is the only patch that I find does work better, well, not better, but just as well further up. All that nonsense. Sounds alright. I miss vibrato on the mod wheel. Mod wheel doesn't give you vibrato, which is a shame, but you can sort of get away with a bit of that. My infamous playing. A lot of fun, and I think, yeah, most successful, I think, for the power chords, and the bass combo is just great fun, isn't it? Here, this is guitar left and guitar right, and I think what I will do here is load both up, and here's where you can sort of panic yourself or route it differently or do whatever you want to do. This is right, this is left, switch this to MIDI channel 1. And there's these slightly different alt. Oh, that's what A is. It's alt. Finally figured it out. And doubled. So, go away. That button. So they weren't any other patches, were they? The trem, it's tremolo. Yeah, I suppose that's the right. I don't think of using the word tremolo with guitar, but great. And muted trem. quick edit before I move on, because I just remembered I didn't show you the mic positions. Silly me. So let's pick power chord A. A stands for alt. We figured it out. So we've got lots going on here. Let's go through them one by one. Left close. This is a combined left and right. Room mic for the left. Close for the right. Room for the right. Amp. Not doing anything at all. That must be for the bass patches, I think. So if you wanted, shut up. So if you wanted a tighter sound, you would just mute those. And let's just prove a theory by putting that back in. There we go. And one. That's the real distorted amp, which is great, isn't it? Oh, that does sound great. Okay, sorry, I forgot to do that. And now let's move on to the bass. The bass. We've kind of just heard that. Let's go back to the mic positions here. Because we've got a couple more options. As well as amp 1 and amp 2 that you've heard, we also have the DI. That's what comes clean out of the guitar without anything done to it. And that's probably through a pedal, an effects pedal, I would guess. And so you can have the distortion from the pedal or the distortion from the amp. Or both. I really like the amp distortion. But if you want the clean sound, if you don't want any of that stuff, it's still got bite and aggression to it, but without the same distortion. So it's quite versatile, actually. I like that. Were they all up before? Can you remember? Can't remember. Let's just set it back to its default so that you can hear what it sounds like when you just come to the library. These are the single strokes. And then the other option is just the shorts. So we have concluded the multis, but that's not all. That is not all. Because now I'll fill in the gaps. Because I said I'd come back to the choir and do the effects. Completely forgot, of course. So let's just whiz through all the other patches that aren't in the multis now, shall we? Spooky. Wowzers. And similarly in the women we have their equivalent. And so on. Longer and shorter versions. Again, another patch I think would benefit from the old Time Machine Pro. But there we go. Maybe in the future. So that you can tempo stretch it. Right, percussion. We haven't looked at the percussion at all. So, and I always say we, and I like to think I'm including you, but does it sound really stupid? And I'm sorry if it does. I can't help but say it now. Right, this goes loud, so I'm just going to turn this down. We do actually have some Ps. You don't see that very often in this library. Pretty sure these are the same, mapped in octaves, so you can play it, do your rolls and all that. Those are different though. Maybe they are slightly different. Little roll there. There's a few little rolls, are there? These rolls as well. Oh no, more pickings, more side sticks. So a few rolls, a few side sticks. What did I miss? Did that. Big ass toms. They might not be toms. Not sure what they are. They're epic, is what they are. These at the bottom. I love those, don't you? Ooh. And there's some other ones in the next patch that are really great as well. You just want those. Whoa, love them. As promised, here is the next patch. The epic percussion hits. And particularly for ends of things. You want, if you've done all that bang, 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 and then you want some final great to finish it off. Little rump on the front. These are going into the red now, aren't they? Don't think they're actually squaring off. I think they're just really loud. Down here. Hit that twice. Whoa, crikey. Man alive, I love that. That's great. Love that so much. If you want your sound to go on for 14 minutes, then here's your patch. Okay. Thank you, piano. So we have a complete piano, an 88-note piano. It's a loud piano. We're not... It's as quiet as it goes, that. So you can hear the top and the bottom. In the bottom end, you've almost got this... It's almost like there's some... Listen to that. It almost sounds like there's some sub going on in there as well. Then it goes again. Right down the bottom. But there's this kind of... So if you play octaves at the bottom, it has this incredibly big effect. All that stuff. Meaty. This is not going to be purist piano by any means, but it's to fit in with the rest of the library, isn't it? If you just want something to bash on through, what better? And so we go to our final district, District 4. And all of this you've seen, so there's not much point in me loading it up because we have all the same things. Power chords, single strokes. I don't think I've missed any... anything. That's all there in the multis, except at the bottom, to conclude the whole thing, we have a drum kit, and it's GM mapped. If you're familiar with the mapping of that, then you'll know exactly where you are. So we really do have to look at the mic positions here. Spot is where the beef is with the kick. So if I solo, and you've got two notes there, the B and the C for the... Well, that was just soloing the spot, remember? Let's put them all up so you can hear. Drums, almost more than any other instrument, you need to hear what's going on. A, B, tree, and the surround. And was it spot and tree? It's a good starting point. Bell right. You know. There you go. It's quite a set, isn't it? It's they sort of say trailers, but I think any time where you need to break out all the stops, and that will happen plenty of times in non-trailer music, of course. So obviously not exclusively for trailers, but there's a whole lot going on. It's been really interesting seeing it through its beta phases. I think where it is now is in a really good state. I've been using the release candidate 1 version, and no doubt, as with all the libraries, there will be updates and tweaks and all that. And who knows about the rest of the series? I don't. Please don't ask me. I don't know where this series is going to go, what Arc 2 is all about. I've no idea, but I'll be interested to find out. Well, I hope it's been useful. I'm sorry if I missed anything out or rushed through anything. And as I say that, I'm just going to load up your Epic Percussion Ensemble again, because I didn't go through the mics there. And again, like I say, for percussion, it's important. So it's a final parting shot, if you will. I am just going to let you listen to that spot. Plenty of low end there. Real tightness there, but not so much at the low end. So if you wanted to combine those two. Wow. Got to watch that. Really goes for it. There you go. Get rid of those and a quick listen to the A, B. And the tree. And the surround. It's quite a nice sort of distant sound, but not completely fine. Anyway, that's it. So I was pretty much done, and I suddenly thought, oh, something was bugging me and I forgot. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. There'll be more videos on the channel in the coming years, no doubt. Thank you for listening, and see you again on another one.